Welcome to Women's Thrive Podcast. This is where you'll get to hear incredible stories of female entrepreneurs, business owners, women from all walks of life. Myself, Raimonda Jan, and my co-host Abigail will be interviewing incredible women, hearing inspiring stories of women from all around the world. I have no doubt that you will find something that will be life-changing for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us for our future episodes. Hello and welcome to today's podcast episode with me, Raimonda Jan, and I'm excited for you to tap into this incredible episode with one of our guests, Mary Ferguson. So Mary is a feminine embodiment coach who initiates conscious mothers to rise into divine feminine and deepen the bonds with their loved ones by using a technique method within the Menarche Project. Today we're talking about embracing the feminine essence and exploring dance as a transformative tool. Marie, welcome to your podcast episode. Good to see you here today.
Thank you, Ray, for having me. It's beautiful to be here, and I'm so excited to be sharing my insights and stories with the beautiful listeners.
Yeah, where are you joining us from today?
I'm tuning in from Australia, so it's very exciting to be connecting with yourself and all of the amazing women from around the globe as part of the Women Thrive Summit and family.
Yes, it's been so amazing getting to know you. And I just love every time we speak, you get into this flow and you just tap into your energy to share your wisdom. And today we're obviously talking about the embracing feminine essence, and yourself, you have a story to share about how dance has transformed your essence into tapping into your magic. Tell me a little bit more about yourself and how you came to do what you do today.
Beautiful question. As a little girl, I always loved dancing. And whenever I found myself on the stage, moving and listening to the music, there was this inner spark within me that would just shine, and I would feel so at home in my body. And growing up, I became a teacher, and I wanted to share that same spark and that same love and creativity. And I found that on that journey in my own life, and being able to meet my beautiful husband on the way, start our family, things along the path with the light and the essence within me started dimming along the way with the pressures of life. And I found that my essence and my energy dropped with the stresses of work, of giving a lot to other people. And I found that I lost myself on that journey. So I was heavily in my masculine energy and not nurturing myself. And so I found that I got lost along the way.
And it happens quite a lot, I think, when we're so busy with life, isn't it? And just focusing from one goal to the next, career, family, all of that. And we kind of forget the things that we loved. How did you find your spark again when perhaps life got in the way of you following your intuition and your path?
It was really, I suppose, a gradual thing. Like when I was teaching dance and drama and the arts, and I would give to so many others. And it was my own daughter, actually, when I gave birth to her, noticing the energy of her just like dancing to the music and bopping along and singing. I mean, our children, before they even learn to talk, they learn to sing and make sounds and move their bodies. And as I was raising her when she was like a baby into that toddler, I was like, that joy I saw in her, I was like, where is that for me? And because I was giving so much, I forgot to dance for myself. I forgot to sing for myself. And along the path, when I was doing everything for everybody else and doing the big musicals and doing the reports here and trying to balance everything, I became out of balance because I wasn't filling my own cup and I wasn't in my joy. And it took a bit of a upheaval in my own life and a bit of trauma, actually, for me to realize what that was for me and what was missing. And I went through 3 miscarriages back to back when my daughter was about 4 or 5, and my whole body was out of balance. And that threw me down a path of questioning, who am I? Like, questioning, why is my body feeling this way? Questioning why I felt so low, and my energy was just trying to survive. And when I found going back to a dance class to get back into my body, going to a yoga class to feel something, there's a lot of really beautiful medicine for me to feel in my body again.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for being so vulnerable to share your experience, because I know a lot of women have experienced this, having a miscarriage, losing a child, unborn child, and it's really, really traumatic experience to go through, and especially having gone through several times. What helped you deal with that, and or how did you go about it in nurturing yourself through that period?
Yeah, I think when I allowed myself the time to actually stop and rest, and choosing to take time off work was really hard. And I am someone that's a go-getter, that was really ambitious, that was almost like a martyr, and worrying about everybody else, that or worrying about a future that wasn't coming because I was saving my long service leave for a baby that wasn't coming yet. I still am hopeful. But that piece of actually using that leave to stop and rest and do nothing was both easy and also hard at the same time, because I never had allowed myself that time to just do nothing and to figure out what I wanted for myself. And I questioned whether teaching in this career was something I really wanted. I questioned whether or not I should even go down a new path. And my whole identity crumbled in a way. And so taking it day by day, taking that deep rest of the feminine energy and that essence was something that was required to nurture my soul and to nurture my body. And there were days where I was like just watching Netflix and binging shows just to sit and do nothing. There were days where I was like, I'm just going to go do a yoga class to tap into my breath, tap into my body. And then there were days where I would just want to have a sister or someone or a woman that understood to hold space for me to just be seen, felt, and heard. And that's how I did that, just day by day, breath by breath.
Yeah. And I know you practice a lot of different modalities of feminine essence and healing. Talk to me about some of those things that you tap into in your work.
It's beautiful. I just spoke about breath by breath. I mean, breath is life. And I found when I went back to do yoga in my healing period that it really got me into my breath and into my body. And it allowed me to remember how important movement was for me. And as women, sometimes we forget to dance and we forget to feel that joy. And that part of my process for me was something that really was a beautiful foundation for the work I do with women and with young teenagers as well, to get back into the body and to come back into joy and dance. Because when I hear the music, whatever it is, and I feel it in my body, it feels so good. And oxytocin and the dopamine and all of these beautiful hormones start to like dance in your body and enliven you. And when your breath starts to move faster, it's all of this beautiful chemistry that allows your brain to then feel that dopamine hit and to feel those feel good hormones. And when I step back into dancing and encouraging that with the clients that I work with and the young women that I work with, it's so beautiful to see the smiles on their faces and to see the shift in their energy and the shift in their mindset to then tackle the next thing. And that's how I process my own journey. That's how I processed the work that I was doing for myself originally and moving into coaching and mentoring. I was like, this is what's missing. How do I bridge these worlds of embodiment, dance, movement, breath work back into the body? Because we as women are vehicles for movement and flow and chaos, and to allow all of that feminine expression in comes through our vehicle, comes through our vessel, comes through our bodies and our voices. And I think that's really beautiful to remember how simple and easy it can be.
Wow, I love it. I love that you light up when you speak about it, and your passion is felt through your words. And you talk a lot about feminine embodiment. If you had to explain it to someone who perhaps finding it all new or just wanting to come back to the feminine essence, what would you say is feminine embodiment?
Yeah, beautiful. And to understand the energies of the feminine and the masculine, it's an energy. And so feminine energy is that intuitive side, the expression, the creativity. It comes through when we think about our body as well, the left side of our body. And it's the incoming of energy. And both men and women have feminine and masculine energy. And so it's that essence of that creative, that expression, the flow, the intuition, the ideas that can come through. And our masculine side is the taking action. And I like to say aligned action because for me, it's got to feel good in my body. For other people, it might be some thoughts or things that they write down or have a structure. And the masculine is the framework. So if you look at dance and you look at two people dancing, our beautiful masculine is the frame that holds the feminine in the container of them dancing together. And so when you think about two people dancing, the masculine is the frame, the edge, the structure, and the feminine is all of that beautiful essence and expression. So she can twirl out and do that dip and come back in and feel the warmth and the safety within the masculine. And for me, it was bringing in that balance and harmony of my feminine energy so that my masculine side, my go-getter side, could feel more in harmony within self. Because when our feminine, our masculine energy is like a yin yang, is harmonized within self, then you will see the ripple effects within your intimate relationships, within your children, within your community, your clients. And this is how we reharmonize and bring balance back. But it all starts with self first.
Oh, wow. I just love the way you describe it. And it's powerful because I do believe we need both in order to be successful. And as you said at the beginning, you really lean into your masculine to go, go, go and go get it. And then you rediscovered the feminine energy and embodiment work, and you kind of brought it back to yourself. And one without the other can't necessarily function in a complete harmony. How has it helped you or your clients to transform their lives through the embodiment work that you do?
When I think about some of the beautiful women and moms that I've worked with, I feel the results that I've seen in their own personal lives have had a ripple effects in the extensions of their business or what they're calling in. And so that holistic approach to seeing each woman, each person as a whole divine being has been really beautiful to navigate in my early journey of coaching. I mean, I've only been in this particular space for about a year, but what I've noticed in the clients, even in myself, when these foundations of understanding our energy and our emotions, particularly as women, a lot of us get suppressed or have negative connotations of being really emotional. Oh, you're too emotional. You're too much. You're too, these things. And it's like, no, we are emotional beings, both men and women. And so in understanding the emotion, the intuition, the expression as part of our feminine essence and allowing that to be nurtured brings in the permission, peace, and safety for it to be embodied in our daily lives. And so when I've worked with women and I've seen the ripple effects of them owning that sovereignty of the feminine and their masculine, it's been really beautiful to see their shifts in their boundary setting, shifts in their intimate relationships, and if they've been in long relationships, questioning whether that is still for them and honoring that choice, or being able to shift through their decision-making processes, whether they're calling in something that is more aligned to them. And it's been interesting and a beautiful way to hold space for women when they're feeling those stretches in their own intimate worlds and seeing that when they choose themselves, their relationships can rise. Or when they choose themselves, it's been a really heart-opening experience for them to go, well, maybe this relationship is required to fall away so I can rise into the greater version of myself.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's just, I can listen to you speak on this all day long. I'm like, wow, I love it. I love it. Love it. And sometimes we just need a reminder that all of this beautiful energy and modalities of tapping into ourselves, our intuition, our energy, our divine feminine is there at the fingertips. And sometimes we just really need that reminder and perhaps conversation with someone or someone just to hold space. I mean, you mentioned earlier about your healing journey and how at times you just needed to be heard and validated and listened to and held. And sometimes that's all we really need, isn't it? To just be in somebody's presence and be understood.
Yeah. And I feel as women, we don't always want answers. We don't want to be fixed. We don't want to have the problem solved. Because most of the time, it's just like, I need to express this, and just to have you witness that and to feel it and actually hold me, either if it's your husband or your partner or your mother or a friend, to just be held and go, it's okay to just be where you're at right now and how you're feeling. Because I think about my daughter and her big emotions, and she's only 7, right? But she has such big emotions, and all she wants is to be held when those big tantrums break out. Right? Our little people have navigating being human in little bodies, and as mothers, as nurturers in our feminine natural essence, sometimes that's a lot for mums, as well as being a partner, a lover, a business owner, or a career, whatever it is. But that mom hat on, and our hearts are on our sleeves and in their little bodies too. It's like our little people, our children remind us that they just want to be held and seen, and to like, they're great expressing their things and having a cuddle. You don't always have to talk about it. They just want to be witnessed, and then they let it go, and then they're just off playing again. It's like, wow, that beautiful presence. Sometimes we forget just to be present and just to feel the things, to get it out, to be alchemized, to be expressed out of the body, just for whatever it is, to release the anger or the rage or the tears and the joy and the laughter, just as it is. And this is the beautiful essence, I feel, of the feminine and our emotions. And for our men as well, for them to get the permission, to feel the permission that they too can feel these things. And it's really beautiful when they do. Our sons, our brothers, our dads, our husbands, our uncles, whatever, our friends that are men in brotherhood and sisterhood. And this is their feminine energy that is now coming online, that we as women, as leaders, as these expressive beings are leading in communities to feel, to talk about more of this stuff so that we can harmonize again. It's like the dance, right?
What advice would you give to someone listening right now who perhaps want to explore dance as a way of reconnecting with their feminine essence?
You can dance anywhere, anytime. It could be in your kitchen and you're maybe putting the dishes away. Put some music that you love and allow yourself to dance in the kitchen. If you've got your children around you, invite them to dance and play and just be silly. If you're by yourself, go out into your garden, put your feet on the earth. Don't need music. Just let your body move to the breeze of the air and allow yourself to just feel and let your body do what it wants to do. No one is watching you. There's no one judging you. And you just get to be that little girl that loves to twirl around and see her pretty skirt twirl. Allow the inner child to come out and just do it for yourself. And guarantee you're going to feel 100% better than how you were before.
Yeah, I believe that when we play, we bring that joy and ease, and we, especially in our businesses and entrepreneurship, we get so caught up in the go, 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 and let's just achieve the next milestone. And I think when we play and have fun, creativity just sparks. I find that when I'm out for a walk or doing something that is totally unrelated to my work, I tap into my creative energy, and then it just bursts of inspiration that comes through.
Yeah. And that spontaneity is so important for us as women. Just to play and dance, even singing in the car, who cares? Just allow your voice to be heard, allow your body to be felt, because it is a divine gift. We are gifts on this earth. So let us be in our bodies and move the stagnant energy out, and those creative juices that just then start flowing through is just incredible. And it happens to anybody and everybody. So smiling now, thinking that it was raining here earlier today, and after the rain, I went and danced out on my deck and put a song on and just felt the energy of the earth. And I just did that for myself. So just do it for you.
Beautiful. So that's your daily reminder to fill your own cup. Go out there, dance in the rain, put on your favorite music, and let your vibrations really flow through you. I think we all have unique vibrations of energy, and sometimes we hold ourselves back. Sometimes we shrink. Sometimes we just want to curl up and just allow the energy flow. I think you'll feel much, much better in whatever you're going through right now. Marie, I know you're a speaker at the Women Thrive Summit in March that we host every year. And tell us a little bit more about what you'll be talking about and why should people attend?
Beautiful. I am talking about this very essence of claiming your crown and coming back to the body coming back to understanding your emotions and your feelings and how that is linked to your energy and your magnetism is something really exciting that's got a different lens to it. When I found myself coming back to my own nourishment of my body and myself and honoring the energy of my womb space and my feminine essence, and what I noticed was like a massive shift in not only my personal intimate relationships, but the magnetism of what I was calling in for connection and tribe and family and other women. And so when we own that sovereignty and that balance of our own feminine essence and masculine, we're stepping into the queens of our own lives. And how queens rule is through kindness, compassion, and strength and that magnetic power. So I'm so excited to share that.
Yeah, perfect. Well, for all of you listening to us today, if you have not yet registered for the Women Thrive Summit that happens every March, this is a women empowerment event that we're so excited to host every year. And this year we have more than 50 amazing international speakers from all around the world sharing their magic, their gifts, insights, and wisdom. So some of these women will be talking about visibility, entrepreneurship, business, divine essence, healing, and so many just different modalities. And I find that when people attend our event, they may come in for this one talk, like you may be attending Marie's talk, but then everybody end up staying because they get to experience this beautiful energy and space that we hold for our audience. So head over to womenthrivesummit.com, register for your ticket to be part of this virtual event so you can join us from anywhere in the world. And of course, tap into Marie's talk on the summit. Marie, also, if people wanted to connect, how can they connect? And maybe there is something that you wanted to call in people to do whilst they're listening to this episode.
Beautiful. You can find me at Marie Ferguson on Facebook. And I have lots of beautiful interviews in there with other amazing mums and women that sharing insights like this as well. And you can also find me on Instagram at Marie_Ann_Ferguson. And I'm also on TikTok, dancing away, sharing my embodiments in that space to inspire and as well under Marie AA Ferguson. So tune into any of those spaces. And if you want to connect more and talk about embodiment and that feminine energy, just come and shoot a little message my way, and I'd love to connect with you.
Beautiful. Well, if you feel inspired by today's conversation with Marie Ferguson, make sure you do connect with her. All the information that you need will be shared in the show notes, and you also can find her at the womenthrivesummit.com website. And I think what a beautiful way to wrap up today's conversation, to be in your amazing feminine energy, explore, dance, have fun, enjoy yourself. I think there's so many beautiful takeaways from today's episode that we covered. And on the last parting thought, Marie, what would you say just before you leave our audience today?
Dance like no one's watching, and use this as a beautiful metaphor to have fun with your life and to just really go with the flow, because movement is medicine.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Marie, for today's interview with us, sharing your wisdom and sharing your insights of your own life experiences. I'm so excited for our audience to get to know you a little bit more. And for all of you watching, make sure you share this episode, because you never know who may need us right now, and follow and connect with Marie on her social media channels. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you on another episode. Thanks so much. See you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Women Thrive Podcast. If you found today's episode empowering and inspiring, be sure to subscribe and follow us. Better yet, leave a review and share it with others. We're committed to bringing you more stories that will empower and inspire you on your own journey. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep pursuing your dreams.